Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. We're back at the movies for another review. We're continuing on with Jake Gyllenhaal week on the channel. We're going to be doing it focusing on the 2001 Richard Kelly directed Donnie Darko. I remember when this movie first came out. I don't recall if I saw it in theaters or not, but I remember the first time I saw it, I couldn't help but think to myself, this is fucked up. Because it really is. It's such a unique story, and it's marketed as a horror movie, but it's really a psychological, I don't want to say thriller, but it's like a psychological drama where Donnie Darko, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, is clearly got some issues in his life mentally. And throughout the course of the movie, he sees this man-sized rabbit. And this rabbit is telling him to do some pretty awful stuff, like lighting a person's house on fire and shooting himself and just doing a lot of twisted stuff. But what you don't know is that everything that's happening in this movie has already happened. And at the end of the movie, this is where the twist comes in. The twist of the movie is that everything that's happened already, or everything that you've just watched, has already happened. And the ending is, all the stuff that we thought happened, there was a little bit of a tweak. There was a little bit of a twist. Some things did happen, some things didn't happen. If that makes any sense. So there's like one particular scene where Donnie Darko's, literally a plane falls into his bedroom. And he thankfully wasn't there. However, and this is a spoiler, at the end of the movie, you actually find out that he was there, and he dies as a result of the plane falling into his house. And one of the characters that he, his sister and, his love interest, they don't actually know each other, although you are led to believe that they do know each other. And at the end of the movie, they actually see each other for the first time, and they get a sense of deja vu, whereas I think we know each other, but they really don't. And it just makes for such a complex movie. And I actually don't think I really caught on to everything about it the first time. This is one of those movies that you have to watch multiple times to really understand it in its entirety. And, you had a great cast. You had Maggie Gyllenhaal and Jake Gyllenhaal. You had Patrick Swayze in one of his last major motion pictures. You had, brief roles by Seth Rogen and Drew Barrymore. And, you had a litany of other actors. And they make it, it's a really entertaining movie. It's psychological. It makes you think. I like movies like that. So it's weird. And Gyllenhaal, like I've said in past videos about him, he has this ability to really turn on just this dark persona. Whereas you're like, what is going on in his head? And that just makes him believable. That's what makes him such a great actor, is you believe that he is the character he's portraying. Whether it is a badass in the movie Southpaw, whether it is a gay cowboy in Brokeback Mountain, whether it's a kid with serious mental problems in Donnie Darko, you believe that he's that character. Very, almost method in his, it's like Christian Bale. Like, you believe everything he does with intent. He stays in character, and he does it with a purpose. And Gyllenhaal is in the same vein. It's like you believe he is who he's portraying. And that's what makes a great actor. And speaking of Christian Bale, this movie, I feel like, even though I don't know the men who directed them, I feel like Donnie Darko had to have had some kind of influence on Christian Bale's movie, The Machinist, which I believe was directed by Trent Reznor. You know, it's similar in their storytelling and what's actually going on in the movie. And I like movies like that. I enjoy that kind of storytelling where you don't really know what's going to happen, and then once it happens, you're like, oh shit, this already happened. And you see that more now in movies. And, you know, that just means that this was one of those first stepping stones to that style of cinema, which has become very successful. And it's a good movie. I don't know if I would necessarily say great movie. You know, there's a little bit of overacting here and there, but I think it's worth its 7.6. It's a very good movie. I love the psychological aspect of it, and it's not something you're going to watch repeatedly, but every once in a while, you know, you catch it, you know, you're hooked, you're intrigued. And that's all you can really ask for. So, Donnie Darko, 2001, it's a 7.6. That's my review. Yeah. If you guys like this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time at the movies. Take care.